This episode is brought to you by 20 Past 4, your one-stop vape and head shop. They get new stuff weekly. Stop in and check them out. 4 locations, 2 in Great Falls, 1 in Helena, 1 in Billings, and Guerrilla Warfare Apparel. The best gear in the fight world. Join the Guerrilla Gang in 2023 because we are taking over. Be sure to use our code TWB10 for 10% off at checkout. That's TWB10 at checkout. And Jamie St. Mark's.
Who's ready for the weekly bust? You're in the right place if you came to catch the show. Tithe and Levi are the names of your host. Who the next guest is, I really wanna know. Conversation escalating, let's get to the show. Who's ready for the weekly bust?
Okay, everybody, welcome to season 4, episode 4 with our man. He's on the return, Tyler Jordan.
Hell yeah. Good to have you back, brother.
Thank you, man. Thank you. It's very, it's great to be back, boys. Thank you.
Fuck yeah, man. You look tired. What time is it over there?
He's taking the... Show him what you're drinking.
Well, I'm actually drinking my chamomile tea to get me to bed. It's only 7:30 and it's a Friday night, so I'm being a bit of a granddad. But I'm back in training. I've trained twice today, so yeah, doing my thing.
Yeah, you look cooked, man. You look cooked. You look tired.
But the new hairdo is sick, dude. I like that.
Yeah, dude. You're back to getting some pussy, I see.
Yeah, man.
He's like, that was one of the workouts. I'm just ain't saying it.
Yeah, he's like, that was the third workout.
Give us an update, man.
Yeah, how's life?
How's things going?
Yeah, man, it's been a bit up and down. I was in Miami a few weeks ago. I was in Miami for about 6 weeks. And yeah, a few different things went on. To be honest with you, I wasn't dealing too well with my mental health. And yeah, I come back to England just to sort of reset. I got back into training with my old trainer here, just sort of ticking over, and then I'm back out to Miami on the 16th of February. Yeah, it's been a bit up and down, really, to tell you the truth, but I'm battling through it and just, fixing myself.
You know, you keep saying up and down. Is that a physical thing? You just getting out of energy, or is it draining on you mentally, or you just seem like you're overloaded? Both. Like,
yeah,
do you mind if you go into detail on your ups and downs?
Yeah, I mean, it's if anyone knows me and been following me the last year, obviously a big thing that was going on in my life was getting the visa, a 3-year work visa to go live out in Miami. That took a long time to happen. It took
and you got it, dude.
Yeah, it happened, and the videos and everything else, I was over the moon with it. And then I got out there, and to be honest with you, quite a personal thing, but I come off my medication just before I come out. I used to take Zoloft, like tablets for anxiety and depression, and
sure.
I don't know if it was a pride thing or whatever it was, but I decided to come off it after 5 years, and I went out to Miami, to join camps with obviously Luis Palomino and El Tigre Castellanos, and I was training great over Christmas. I had a loss over Christmas. My granddad died, and I'm not sure if that was a trigger point, but I felt a bit, mate. I crumbled. Mentally, I found it very difficult being out there on my own, the other side of the world on my own.
Yeah.
A few different things went on. Obviously, coming off my medication, which I've since spoke to my doctor, and it was it was a really stupid thing to have done. So yeah, like I say, I've come back to England just to purely reset, get my mind in a better place, and then go again in a couple of weeks.
That doesn't sound like a setback. It just sounds like you made some adjustments, and in that point in time, it was the wrong adjustment.
Yeah, I mean,
but
it was disappointing because obviously, like I say, I made such a big thing of getting this 3-year work visa. I was absolutely over the moon with it. And then for me to get out there and feel the way I did was quite frustrating, So to come back, it was like taking a big L.
Yeah,
to come
sure.
back. But like you say, you know, I had to make a few adjustments, and I'm back out there in a couple of weeks, and
But
I'll be back.
can I offer a positive within a negative?
Yeah.
You coming in out of that mentalness is a W, bro, not an L. There's a lot of men who take L's every day and they take their lives, bro. So I want to say by you hanging in there, man, because I know how hard mental health is, and nobody talks about it for men. It's cliche for men and it's normal for women. You know, we call it Prozac Nation in America, and they refer to that as females. You know, and that's just not the reality of the situation. I myself am an advocate of men's mental health. I track my own online as well, just so you know, if I have someone in my audience that follows me and looks up to me or is finding inspiration in me, they can relate. And I'm not perfect at all, you know, and I often am smiling, but behind that smile could be a deep dark mind, you know. And I appreciated myself when I seen you reach out on your story about a week or two ago, because I related to that. I went through a really, really dark time last year, and I came out of it and I felt like I took a W as well. But I was taking an L at that point in my life. I didn't know what I was doing with it. So I want to say congratulations for getting back on the meds. Congratulations for fucking hanging in there. And thank you for fucking being a voice for people like me.
Yeah, no, thank you, man. I appreciate that a lot. You know, I've had some really, really nice messages of support and things like that. And to be honest with you, you know, the one thing I've learned from all this is that, you know, you have to talk and you have to speak. You know, I'm very fortunate that I've got a great family and friends behind me that I could, you know, speak to when I'm out there, because it, you know, even for me, you know, I've struggled with mental health before. Like I said, I've been on meds for about 5 years, but you know, that for me was the first time I was really, really, really scared. Like it was, yeah, it was a scary place I was in out there. And like I say, it was hard for me because you know, I'm trying to tell myself, you know, I'm out in Miami, I'm in all this sun, I'm where I want to be, but I'm so unhappy and I'm so
alone.
You know.
You felt alone, man, and that's a scary feeling, man.
But Tyler, as the weekly bus, we just wanted to offer condolences on your grandpa as well.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You know, with you traveling across the pond and going through the ups and downs that you currently just said in yourself, has it also taken a toll on, you know, like your training, or have you been able to buckle down on both locations in England and in Miami as well? Every time you touch down?
Or yeah, how's that look?
Yeah, I mean, you know, like I say, I was out there for 6 weeks. I was really knuckling down my training with my new trainer, Tigri, and you know, we were getting things done. But just, you know, when I was all right when I was training, and then I'd obviously go back. I'd sit in my room on my own, and you know, just it was an overwhelming feeling of fear just coming through me, and it was just the anxiety, my adrenaline would go, and everything else. So, you know, I really did try my best when I was out there to be training. I've since come back, and you know, things haven't been straightforward since I've been back, but you know, I'm dealing with it, and I'm back training well. I've been back I've done some pads with my my former coach today and stuff like that. So I'm back feeling good, man. I've just, you know, it was like you say, just a few adjustments, and I'm fixing it, and I'll be ready to go again in a couple of weeks.
BareKnuckle Viking 2.0, baby.
That's right.
I think you know, because I'm a spiritualist, and I just got in touch with a person that's been guiding me, and I got sick, and I'm still sick currently, and instead of saying I'm sick, I would say I'm going through a download spiritually. My body's sick, it's shut down, but I think I'm going through an upgrade. So when I come out of this sickness, I feel like I'm going to be better than ever. And maybe, you know, and from everything that I gathered with your current situation, that's kind of what it sounds like to me. Maybe you're going through a download, and, you know, in order to download something, you have to slow down a little bit.
Right. And you said about 2 weeks ago, you gave up cannabis. Is that part of all of how this is going, or what was the determination?
Yeah, it was obviously a big decision because, you know, everyone who knows me knows that I love to smoke. But like I say, I'll be honest, when I was out there and the way that I was feeling, it really, really scared me. And I just, you know, if there's even 1% chance that, you know, cannabis was the reason it was making me feel like that, you know, I've just cut everything out. I'm really
reset.
trying to really heal myself and just get myself right. So, you know, I'm not going to say that I'm never going to smoke cannabis again, but I just feel like perhaps I need to be in a better place to do it. I mean, like you guys know, you know, with smoking, it heightens everything, and it
Sure.
makes you think deeply into things. And when you're feeling so negative and thinking so negative, obviously it heightens that. So right now I'm not in a right place to be smoking. I think, you know, that's something for the future perhaps. So a couple of weeks smoke free.
Good for you, man.
I'm good, man. I'm drinking my chamomile tea to get me to bed.
Hey, that happens.
Yeah.
It's all right.
Typical Englishman drinking tea, man. That's funny because I actually don't know anyone that drinks tea other than maybe mom.
We do.
I don't.
Pat from the fucking Peak.
Nope.
Only person I know.
No, that's what I'm saying. It's just like not unusual to hear about. Anyways, dude, I think you got a lot of good things going on. You got a lot of big fan base. I'm glad that you're keeping your head level. Do you have anything exciting that you would might have coming up, or have you been working on just to keep your mind level? Like, do you have any charities that you're spending time with, or like do you have any youth youth programs?
Yep. To be completely honest, just like since I've been back, I've just been getting myself just better, you know, back on my meds and things like that, really, you know, because, you know, obviously when you first get on the medication, there's a few side effects and everything else. So I've just been concentrating on getting myself better, you know, and at the end of the day, I want to get back in the mix in professional sport. So my head needs to be, you know, in a good place. I mean, you know, I've spoke to my management and, you know, I should be fighting March 17th in Delray Beach. So that gives me something to work towards and gives me motivation to obviously get in the gym, get my head down. You know, for me, and I think for most fighters, you know, I think there's a huge...
Well, you just announced the fight, though. So let's hold on a second. Let's not go too fast. You announced the fight. All right. So can we get a date on that again?
3/17.
March 17th. So that'll be St. Patrick's Day. Delray Beach. That's what I've heard.
Shout out to our sponsor, Shane. He'll be there.
Yeah, Shane's getting a free touchdown. I know that's one that he was looking forward to. Guerrilla Warfare is going to be around there, you know, acting like Planet of the Apes, you know.
We're going to try to, I told him we're going to try to make the Denver show, so we're going to try to get that done.
That would be fire, man. I can't, like, I've had the privilege to see you in person and hang around you, but I haven't got the privilege to see you fight in person. And that's kind of one of my next missions is now that I've been around the BareKnuckle game, I could say almost a year now, and got to know a lot of you guys quite well. I have fans. I'm a fan now. I have fan favorites that I want to see and I can't wait to witness. And you're one of them, man.
Hell yeah.
Appreciate that.
You get down, man. You know, when they say Viking, you're down for it.
Do you have an idea who your opponent is? I mean, obviously not announcing it, but like, do you have an idea?
I literally haven't heard a word. You know, I've just been given a date. So like I say, I'm just, you know, that's something
what up?
Work towards, get in the gym, get training. That's my job at the end of the day, to get myself in the best shape possible. I leave that all to my management. Like, everyone knows I don't give a fuck who I fight. You know,
goddamn right.
That's why you're the BareKnuckle Viking, baby.
So
I'll send it.
I'm just doing my job, like I say, just getting fit, and we'll see what happens.
I like the look, man. So I haven't, like, because all the videos I watch, you've always had the Viking look recently, and you've had a lot of fights in that Viking look. So for you to come into this,
with the dreads just swinging, bro.
Yeah, dude,
you throw that overhand right, that dread goes over. You know what I mean? It's like, hell yeah.
Yo, when I was making his flyer, I had to cut his dreads out. It was pretty neat, dude.
Oh, right.
Yeah, dude, like, you get to learn the people's faces, and it's gonna be neat to see you in action you'll look much more majestic with your longer hair this time.
unless you like braided or something, you know what I mean? Too thick braids.
You keep mentioning your new trainer or the trainer you're working with now. are you still working real tightly with Luis Palomino?
Yeah. So, like I say, I've got this 3-year work visa, which is to then be going over and pretty much living in Miami,
Right.
working alongside obviously Lewis and his trainer Eric El Tigre Castellanos, at Young Tigers Foundation, and that's where I was over Christmas. I was training twice a day there, and like a unbelievable trainer, really, really good trainer. And I love the gym as well. The gym's it's a special gym, some really good fighters in there, like amateur and pro.
You're
Tigre
talking the
himself,
Miami gym, right?
yeah, Young Tigers fan. Tigre himself was a 5-time world kickboxing champion. I think he had like 250 amateur fights,
Holy shit.
45 pro fights, 44 wins, and he knocked the guy out.
That's a savage.
He's well respected in Miami, really well respected, and it's an honor for me and a blessing that I get to go over there and learn from him.
Are you working pad works, or are you working defense, footwork? Is it the whole thing? Are you working on specialty items with him, like striking or defense, or are you sparring him, or is it the whole fucking thing?
Yeah, just everything really. He's there. Obviously the pad work. He's there when I'm sparring. He's my coach, so he's there.
Awesome.
Telling me. He's basically, Lewis and himself, Tigre. They both said, look, we want to keep the tornado, but we want to get hit less. So
yes. That would be the only thing that because your punching is great. I had you picked over James Lilly on your last fight. James Lilly is a fucking beast, dude. And he's going to be coming on the show. But like on your last fight, what would you have changed going into that fight with James?
Do you know what I mean? I actually spoke about this to my former coach today. I know exactly where I went wrong in the last fight. Literally in like the first 15 seconds, I come storming out, basically looking for a fight, and I threw a left hook, and then he sort of threw a right over the top. It caught me on my ear.
I remember the punch. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
It split my ear down the middle. I then turned, and he caught me with a right hand, and it completely it made my over. It shut my eye. And from that point onwards, I just had to fight on heart. Really, it wasn't. I couldn't. Not being able to see, I couldn't.
There was moments.
I remember the doctor pulled you aside too.
There was moments.
Donnybrook, what's up, guys?
There were some serious flash moments for you where I thought you were gonna fucking take it in too. You know what I mean? Like it wasn't a one-sided fight like everyone would expect from looking at pictures. It wasn't that way. It was a fucking dog fight.
Yeah, I mean, watching it.
How you doing?
I actually think that probably a draw would have been a fair decision.
Agreed.
I think James completely dominated the first 2 rounds. Like I say, I could not see until about round 3. Could not see because I actually had a cut on the other eye, which was bleeding into my eye. So I actually could not see for 2 rounds. And he took them 2 rounds pretty handedly. Shout out to Jason Fielden, who was the cut man. He actually managed the cut in that eye.
Impressive.
3, 4, and 5, I felt like I was really coming into it. I was landing some big shots. And I don't usually have my hand raised at the end of the fight, but I actually felt like, like I say, I just nicked it. That's not being disrespectful to James. He fought a great fight. But yeah, like I say, I think perhaps a draw would have been fairer.
It could have gone that way. And I think the fans would have been
battle.
Okay
that was a damn good fight.
I never had the opportunity to ask a fighter yet, but since you brought it up, it's been on my mind when I do watch the fights and during live fights. What do you think? What is going through your mind usually if you get pulled aside by a doctor? Are you like, fuck, man, like don't stop this, or maybe you're like, maybe you should stop this. I need to watch my eye.
No, if you watch it when I do get pulled over, everyone says the same thing to me. I was bouncing, I went over there and I just went, I'm all right, I'm fine. And to be honest, the doctor only looked at my eye.
What's going on?
After that, he didn't look again. So I think like as long as you're showing that, look, you're willing, you're all right. If you go over there with your head down and you're moping and you look like being there, they're going to call it off. But if you're over there bouncing, I'm fine, I'm all right, I'm all right.
Even if you can't see, you got to keep going, right?
Have you ever had a fight stopped by a doctor, amateur or pro?
I have had, the referee stopped it once as a professional when I fought for the WBC International. Yeah, that was another really bad cut. I mean, look, I'm prone to cuts. I got
You got some
skin like.
nasty scar damage, man.
I mean, I've been fighting nearly 22 years now, and that's amateur, professional boxer, and a professional bare knuckle fighter. So, I have got bad scar tissue, which is, prone to opening up. So it's something that I'm, going forward now, I'm probably going to have to deal with again. You know what I mean? But
Sure.
it doesn't phase me, which it does a lot of fighters. Some fighters can get a bit overwhelmed and a bit nervous when the sight of their own blood, but I'm just like, oh, I'm cut again.
Yeah, you fucking embrace it, man. You said that you're going into this new coaching style, and you obviously Palomino, you and your new coach want to focus on defense. You're done getting hit, right? You've been fighting for 23 fucking years.
Shit.
Do you think that have you noticed it yourself going back to roots? Like now that you're learning defense, probably a lot differently than you've ever have. Do you feel yourself rooting yourself back to what you know? Or
are you switching to a counter strike, or are you still being aggressive?
Are you evolving really fast, do you think?
I mean, to be honest, like I've always been a very underrated boxer. You look at even the bare knuckle fight on YouTube against Mark Navarro. My boxing skills are very good.
I love your striking. I think your striking is nice.
I just get caught up in the moment of wanting to get too involved, and perhaps, to be honest with you, like even Palomino said this to me last time I was out there in Miami. He said, you've got to think about, are you fighting for yourself or are you fighting for the fans? And I think perhaps I've been fighting for the fans a little bit. I have been caught up in the moment of just wanting to get stuck in there.
That's a fucking good question, man. That's a really good question. And really good observation on Palomino.
As in saying, Luis delivers information like that all the time. If you don't believe it, go back and watch it.
Yeah, no, he's an informant. You're so lucky, by the way. I just wanted, after we got to talk to you, because I think you were before Palomino.
He was.
And so we got to talk to him afterwards. And dude, he spit $1 million worth of game on this show. Like, seriously, he's so informative.
One of our most slept on episodes, sadly, but it's a fucking good episode.
And he talks about finance. He talks about fucking career-wise for fighters. He's just
what you should do.
You're very fortunate to have a guy like that that's willing to spend time with you and guide you, man. Like that guy, because I didn't know much of Palomino because I'm a Brito guy. You know what I mean? I got close to Brito down in Florida, and I had loyalty to Brito, but when I got to talk to Palomino, I realized how fucking cool he was too. And I learned a lot from him during that episode, and I appreciated the game. And I was like, fuck, dude, Tyler has a super, super duper advantage having that guy around in his corner.
Just having the knowledge that guy has, you know what I mean? Shout out to
Luis, we like I say, we spoke about it, and he said, like, with his MMA career, I mean, you look at the fight when he fought Justin Gaethje. I mean, it was just a firefight throughout, and he said, I got in my MMA career, I got too caught up in wanting to entertain the fans, and at the end of the day, sometimes you just got to win. Do you know what I mean? And whatever that takes, you just got to win. And yeah, I think that I probably, I've been doing that as well, trying to entertain the fans too much. And at the end of the day, that doesn't get you belts. You've got to find a way to win. So yeah, it's a good bit of experience.
So are you switching into more dog then? Sounds like you're switching into more dog.
Well,
what's a more dog?
That's what it feels like.
I think he's going to be a smart fighter. I think Palomino is turning into an educated fighter. Like, not so much because I think he said he's been more fan based and more of a, he go in there to brawl. You know what I mean? Now he's an educated dog, like you were saying, like, not that he wasn't before. I think now that you've almost dialed in on some of your issues, and now that you can address them, I think you're going in there as a much wider fighter than you were just this last fight. The last fight you had
coming off a shoulder surgery, that probably wasn't that easy either.
Hold on. Before we get into that, I wanted to mention that card with MVP and Mike Perry.
That was a goddamn
that fucking that London card was so fucking good.
And you called it. You said it was 50-50 fights all day. So I was like, I gotta watch the whole, you know what I mean? I'm watching the whole thing anyway, but I was on the road watching it on my phone. I was like,
yeah, me and Levi, we usually watch the fights together, and like, dude, we were on the phone, like, holy shit. between your fight and Mike Perry's fight, they were fucking. I mean, those could have been in the top 10 for fight of the year. I put Mike Perry's fight at the top of the fight because of the extra round. It was just in bananas.
Yeah.
And the way that Mike Perry came back, it was just insane. That was my favorite fight of the year, or at least it earned that title for me. Yours is in a close fucking. I put that one in the top 10 out of like 100 fights that I watched, like easy. You know what I mean? I don't know how many fights I watched, but easy into the hundreds. What do you think?
Last year?
Fuck yeah, dude! Every weekend.
Are we considering? Oh, you're considering
All
every
fights,
fight,
all fights,
every fight,
all
on,
fights
on the card.
Yeah, I compiled all fights, and I still put
Okay.
MVP and Mike Perry above everyone: boxing, MMA, and BareKnuckle.
So, I was talking about yeah, probably 100 or so.
Yeah,
Or
it was a
more.
ton of fights last year.
I mean, obviously, if we watched all of BKFC, there was 179 finishes. Shout out to Mike and Mish for the math.
Shout out
34 events. So
Shout out to Mike today too. He gave me some homework for
yeah, I seen that.
for
That's good
Yuli
shit.
Diaz. Do you know Yuli by chance?
Yeah,
He's
no,
got-
I know Yuli well. I actually, when I was out in my over for dinner at his house, he's a lovely guy. He's a
Wait,
gentleman.
weren't you on the podcast? Weren't you on Don't Blink?
Yeah.
he
on
was?
Blink.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
I'm gonna check that episode out. His podcast is sick, man.
Yeah, shout out to that dude. Shout out to Don't Blink also.
So you had dinner with Yuli over at his house?
Yeah.
And shit?
Top chef as well. He can really cook, man. He's a good cook.
Dude, I learned
fucking
so
guy's
much.
got it all,
Dude, he
dude.
does have it all, dude. I literally was just told about. So I was talking to someone earlier today, and they're like, "Dude, this guy does it all, dude." And no one mentioned cooking. You know what I mean? So this is another fucking random thing that this guy's just phenomenal at, dude.
I think it's just something that Cubans, if you say if a Cuban can't cook, they're not really
That's
Cuban. I think.
that's probably a red flag, right?
Dude, you see Cuban cuisine everywhere down in Florida, dude. Like that was one thing that I never even got to experience because I was such on the go that I really, really wanted to enjoy, but we never had time to. It's
Fuck.
everywhere down there.
Sounds good
Yep.
though.
That's right.
Next time I go down there, I'm definitely going to be hanging around with you a little more. Probably have a lot more time and not so much of a babysitter job.
No, 100%. That'll be good. Yeah, it'll be
Ty
good
was a
to-
corner at that point.
Yeah, I was cornering a fighter that I had 48 hours with. That
Yeah, I think you remember you saying because we actually we met in the bar.
the fucking bathroom. Yeah.
Yeah,
I told
and
my
I
brother,
think-
I said I met the coolest guy in the bathroom. I talked to him for like 45 fucking minutes, dude.
You know, get in where
Yeah,
you fit in. You know what I mean?
It was a weird thing, but it was the only time I could catch him. He was because Tyler, like I said, he's popular, dude. The guy is extremely popular. Everyone is around him, so I was like, "Fuck it, I'm gonna catch him in the bathroom, dude."
Oh, you got to piss?
was-
I got to pee too.
He was coming in, and I
That's
was going
Jack.
out, and I caught him. I'm like, "Dude, I have to get to know you for a second, dude."
and then just took off.
He's like,
peeing
"No
on that.
doubt, no doubt." He's super cool, man. I think I got the picture in the fucking bathroom with him, dude.
It totally is. You
I'm
guys
pretty
are standing
sure. Yeah.
right at the. It
I'm all,
doesn't look like a bathroom, but it now lets you know you're like, oh, that's totally a bathroom.
yeah, I'm pretty sure I caught him in the bathroom with a picture as well. It's like, dude, can I get your picture like a fucking fanboy? But I was like, dude, I know that this guy's a beast, dude.
And he is.
Yeah,
100%.
dude. What's your future with BKFC then? You signed in a multi-year fight or a multi-fight deal, or what's your deal with David? Are you guys close?
I mean, we spoke. I mean, we didn't start off on the best foot with I had a few things to say in that after my first couple of fights. Obviously, I flew out to America in the middle of the pandemic, and yeah, a lot of contractual things weren't obliged and what have you. You know, so I had things to say, and we actually had a big falling out, but we have since, you know, made up and we're speaking. So yeah, like going forward, you know, there's some massive fights to be made at 155, and
Oh yeah, that fucking division's stacked, bro.
and you know, without, like I say, without being biased, you know, I do feel like it would be silly of him to not get me involved, because I you know, I'm a crowd pleaser. I come to fight, and yeah, so we'll see what happens. Like I say, I've been given this date in March, so going forward, that's what it looks like. But I've not been.
Fuck, I want to know your opponent, man.
Yeah, so do I.
in due time, we'll figure it out. Got two big events before
So
that.
when you head in home and not England, when you come in this way,
I'm back in Miami on the 16th of February. So yeah,
the day before Knucklemania, you'll be back in Miami.
I'll be in America to watch that.
Are you coming to Knucklemania?
I won't. I don't think I'll be there, but I'll be watching it from Miami. But yeah, so I'll be stateside when that's on, but I don't think I'll be there. No.
Damn, that would have been cool.
It would have been cool.
Yeah. I mean, he's gotta fucking go that 16-hour flight to Miami, and then that's on the 16th.
He'd die, dude. Like he'd be
Albuquerque on the 17th. Yeah, and say that ain't. I don't see it happening. But
no, it would have been sweet though.
Mission accomplished. What's up, boys?
So do you have anybody that you are currently, sitting down with? Do you have any like a spiritual guide? Like I've been, like I said, I've gotten spiritual. And do you have like, what's your religion? Do you mind me asking? Do you have like a spiritual belief or anything that you're leaning on for making yourself happy
or if you don't tell us why, and I can tell you why.
Yeah. To be fair, like again, I've sort of when I come out to Miami in the summer, Lewis started taking me to his church. I was going there every week with him, and I enjoyed it. I wouldn't say that I'm a real, I'm a real Christian. There's certain things that I perhaps, don't believe,
sure.
But yeah, no, I just sort of believe in my God, if that makes sense. I feel like, there's certain things that, everything that's got me to this point in my life now hasn't happened by accident.
Yeah.
I believe that, that in my God, which can sound a bit stupid to people, but
no, not at all. No, not at all. There's 8 billion people on the planet. Everyone has their own opinion on whatever's real and not real. So don't feel that way, man.
Real quick, I just wanted to pass the message. Mission accomplished said, "Looking good, Tyler. Glad to hear you're doing better and on your comeback trail." So
Kyle and Mike. Yep.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, no. So I didn't want to interrupt you. I was just wondering because like spirituality to me has been like a huge factor as in the last probably, I don't know, since my mom's been really
months.
Yeah, she's been pushing it pretty hard.
Our guy.
About bringing us back. And I had a chance to change my life about, what do you think about with Deems? 6 months ago?
Yeah.
So I did Deems about 6 months ago, and I'll talk morally about that with you if you ever get curious. But it fucking changed my life, man. Ever since then, I just feel like there's a purpose that if you can find it, then you're guaranteed your dream. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because how do I explain it, man? For me, I felt like I needed something like you were kind of saying, like your God and stuff, but mine was kind of more of a universe. So I learned to believe in the universe now. So I've instead of asking for like a prayer or something, I just been talking to the universe for the things I want. I've been manifesting a lot. So I've been getting up at like 4:30 every morning, it feels like, and I spend about an hour and a half just literally thinking of the things I want to do with my future, including the day. And it seems like ever since I started that, everything is falling into place. It just seems like if I took that time out to manifest, it happens. And that's what led me into that question is like, because my God is the universe. So I just was wondering if you were leaning on that kind of a belief system as well.
Yeah, like I feel like I manifested obviously getting over to Miami, getting that 3-year work visa. I manifested that.
That's huge, dude. That is so fucking huge because I know how hard it is for motherfuckers to get their visa, dude. And especially in this era of the United States, we're cocksuckers. We don't let nobody over here. So fucking for you to do that during the time that it's in, it's fucking amazing, dude. And I want to say congratulations, huge congratulations,
100%, dude. That's awesome.
Thank you. Yeah, no, I think perhaps I've probably got a little bit lost in the last sort of like, especially in the last sort of few months, with things. I've been I over COVID. Like COVID obviously messed up a lot of people. I lost 2 businesses. I lost visitation to my kids and everything else. I've been going through it a little bit, and it's it's sort of just, yeah, I'm a little bit lost. Do you know what I mean? I think perhaps I probably will one day soon, hopefully find that what I'm looking for. But yeah, I'm still sort of looking for it.
I'm
I
gonna
feel.
reach out to you privately. I have something I just wanted to share with you, and I think it will go miles in your life.
Yeah,
Really do.
yeah, no,
Okay, there you go.
Oh, would you got any
Shit.
side endeavors that you're keeping your mind? Because for me in order to keep happy, I have to have a happy, busy mind. If I get stagnant, then I go into a fucking dark place really fast.
And I'm pretty cool at being. I like. I don't know. I like finding time for myself, which could mean I'm living mundanely, but to me, that's what I like.
yeah, yeah. I think like again, a lot of my life is now aimed at this coming to Miami, and there's going to be things that I want to do when I get over there. I want to get into coaching. A big part of my life with my businesses and everything else was coaching and training people. I had 2 gyms, and that's something.
And you were doing that virtually too last time, right? I think
I actually didn't. You know what? I didn't, but yeah, that was something that I really enjoyed doing. Helping people socially. It was great as well. And I took a lot of enjoyment from helping people like achieve their goals. So that's something that I want to do, and I feel like I could do when I get to Miami.
Fuck yeah, dude! You got people who look up to you, and you have a lot of skills worth learning, man.
100%.
That is 100% a very, very good option for you to even get out of a rut, man. For you to feel that way, like I can tell you right now, my brother invited me to coach kids for soccer, and that was some of the most rewarding shit that I've ever done in my entire life, dude. Just to see little people look up to you and listen to your knowledge, and when they finally get it,
and we don't know shit about soccer, I'll tell you.
Like if you can fucking teach them, if you can teach them fundamentals,
but I know winning.
Yeah, and that's one thing. We like to win, you know what I mean? But like when you teach the kids, then it finally fucking clicks what you've been trying to teach them. That was the rewarding part for me. Like I was like, damn, they're getting it, dude. They're fucking getting it. Then you'd see them work as a unit. And I think that would be something that would fucking turn your day around almost every day, dude, working with people like that, where you get that gratification that is almost instant.
Yeah, I was coaching kids, and I don't know what happened, but I no longer coach, and it's shitty, dude. I loved going down and coaching basketball.
Yeah,
but
he coached for 2 years, right?
Yeah, 2 whole seasons. I haven't lost, so I got the resume to be a good coach. I just don't know what happened.
Got busy, man.
No, I got railroaded.
So, there's a big movie that just came out global. We haven't brought it up at all on the show. Me and Levi went to theaters on separate occasions to go see it. Avatar 2.
Avatar 2. The most beautiful movie I ever watched.
We know that you're not a sports guy. You're not a movie guy. You don't watch TV. But I want to influence you to maybe go and just take a fucking break in your life. Go put on some 3D glasses and get blown away, man. This is unlike anything you've ever fucking seen.
Right.
Did you watch the first one at all, or no? Did you?
No,
no. Didn't get into it.
First one, that. But I am a TV guy. I'm just I love to learn. I love to learn. If you put a documentary on in front of me, I will sit down and watch it. And it doesn't really matter what it's about. It can, as long it's factual and I'm learning. I love it. I've watched all documentaries. But
I got one for you that I just heard about.
What's that?
The most hated man on the internet. Royden told me about it. Apparently, he gets on these girls website. Did you watch that? And he fucking leaks all their shit and ruins their thousands of girls' lives, and they couldn't figure them out for 12 years or something.
Holy shit!
Yeah,
Tyler's already watched it, so I'm behind.
Tyler, we're in the midst of scary times. So in Montana yesterday. Fucking we'll
get back to Avatar here in a second.
We have I don't know why it just hit me, but we're maybe because he's over there in the UK and you're our allies, you know what I mean, and we're getting into a fucking scary time. Yesterday our largest city in Montana, it's called Billings, they shut down their airport for 4 fucking hours because they had a UFO. That's what initially shut it down, right? Was a UFO. I'm a huge alien nut, so I'm always all over on top of this shit. As soon as it comes out, I already pretty much know about it because I'm on all the forums. So it came out, and I was like, "Holy fuck, dude!" That is a UFO. It looks like a UFO anyways. Well, come to find out, it was a motherfucking Chinese spy balloon, and they admitted it this morning at 4:00 this morning. China responded to United States, placing blame on China, saying, "Yo, what the fuck are you doing in our international space airspace, airspace?" And
they didn't deny it, and they didn't tell us why.
And they refused to acknowledge why they were there. And I just got done watching the movie All Quiet on the Western Front, which was fucking insane. I think it was probably the best war movie since Saving Private Ryan. And it was a fresh reminder of what real war is. You know what I mean? What war looks like. Not this bullshit. Yeah. And I'm not taking from anybody that went to Iraq or Afghanistan or anything like that, but we just haven't seen war like that since then. And
trench warfare is what he's talking about.
Right. And, real hand-to-hand fucking combat where you're storming beaches with a platoon of 50,000. You know what I mean? We haven't seen shit like that. Well, we're on the cusp of shit like that. They were talking about, they were maybe doing recon for the idea of maybe dropping hundreds of thousands of troops in the woods of Canada and dropping into the United States. This is what was the topic of discussion today and yesterday. And was this a spy plane to see a route to maybe drop troops off in the woods? And this is a scary topic now because you're also your country's also in the fucking mess with Russia acting up. And now that the world's truly in chaos and you coming over to Miami, do you have any of that on your brain with the world's politics right now? And how do you feel about that?
Well, I mean, obviously the whole, the Russian affair is affecting everyone here because it's affecting all our, our energy prices and everything.
Yep.
It's a shit state of affairs, to be honest. It doesn't looks like it's got to come to a head at some point. And I mean, like you said, it's scary times, man. Like, what more can be said? It's I don't know. I try my best not sort of look too much into it because look, you can just, I don't know, scare yourself. I think you just got to do what the best you can just to concentrate on your own life and just
sure. I guess that was my concern because like I know that your ties are at home, and if it's a nerve thing leaving home, knowing that we're on such weird places right now.
But I think he's going. I mean, you would be coming to the, the worst part about it. You know what I mean? Like,
what do you mean?
Because I don't think the UK is in trouble.
Fuck that, dude.
The Americas are in trouble.
If we jump bad, UK jumps bad. Do you know that?
Well, yeah, but they're not going to invade the UK before they
and it's vice versa. If Russia gets bad with the UK, because the UK is one of the first dogs right now barking at fucking Vladimir, dude. They're not okay with Russia, what they're doing with Ukraine. So what his country's doing is what our country's also doing. So there is no good or bad, I don't think.
But for it to be in Montana, that just certifies that we really are one of the top 5 targets because of our fucking nuclear activity. That
Montana is the largest nuclear.
So it goes New York, LA, Miami, I think Dallas and Great Falls. Honestly, that's what they say. The fucking
which is crazy because it's Montana. We're not like fucking.
We're like, oh, we barely have 1 million people. They don't think about us. Oh, we think about you all the time.
Yeah, and it's because of where we're located. We have the world knows is where the nuke powerhouse is Montana. And it's been a topic of discussion that I don't want to linger on the idea. I just wanted to bring it up and see where your mind state was leaving home with all the bullshit that's chaos. If you leave it at home, or do you kind of just, or is it a lingering effect that like, fuck man, should I be at home?
Yeah, I mean, obviously I worry about my family all the time anyway.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? That's just what you do, innit, as a caring person. But what can you do? Like at the end of the day, if I'm back home here or in America, if Russia decide to nuclear bomb our way, we're fucked either way, really, to tell you the truth. But I just try to.
Is it a daily conversation over there in the UK like it is over here?
I mean, look, it's things are getting really tough, as in, the inflation has really gone up. Energy prices are stupid, like trying to get petrol, diesel.
Oh, I got a question for you that we just don't have access to in America. I mean, in actuality, since the euro collapsed, how bad is it? Like, because you guys had the European dollar had the American dollar by 40 cents for years and years and years and years. It has the euro is since exiting, you know, what was it called? BritX? Is that what it's called?
Yeah,
I'm not sure.
Break.
Has that dropped the pound or the euro fucking tremendously?
I mean, to be honest, I don't really know to tell the honest answer, but I just know that everything, obviously, just like gas prices, energy prices, and everything through the roof, is something that, like generally people are really scared about over here, because you know people are having to work, you know, 2 or 3 jobs to try and pay all their bills and everything else. It's so yeah, it's you know, it's scary, to be fair. It is scary. But what can you do? Like, it's going to happen either way, you know. So yeah, what can you do? You
So
just
you
got to
just
try.
ride it out day by day, eh?
I think that's like us, man. I think there's a conscious fear here, but we just kind of live it on, you know? Like, fuck it. America has that lifestyle though. We're like, fuck it. Well, I guess we'll handle it when it happens.
Yeah, I think
Well, you can't just live in fear mongering every day of your fucking life. You know what I mean? It's like that's people that watch Fox News.
Got to get on with your life the best way you can. You know, at the end of the day, these decisions made by governments and everything else, that it's out of our hands, isn't it? So you've got to try and get on with it the best way you can, and live your life and enjoy your life the best way you can.
That's right. I mean,
fair enough.
You got to do what you like to do with any time you got left, right? So, fucking party on, Wayne.
Do you have any side questions for Tyler?
What's your favorite fruit?
Oh fuck, I wasn't ready for that either.
Do you know what? I don't know what it's called, man. It's like orange.
A mango?
A clementine?
I don't think
I mean, not a mango. Fucking grapefruit.
It begins with P.
Pomegranate.
A papaya.
No,
It's like it's a really weird name. That's quite frustrating that I don't know what it is. But every time I get one,
it's not a papaya.
It says it looks like an orange, right?
It's like an orange. Yeah.
Not
shit.
a peach.
I mean, it's a good question. But I just don't know. Well,
What's yours then, fool?
Favorite fruit?
Yeah.
Raspberries or strawberries.
A pomeranius or something like that.
Pomegranate?
I already said that. He's in that. That ain't it.
It's not a pomegranate. It's like a pomer. Mate.
I'm gonna look it up now. That was a good question.
That's the only. I was thinking about the grapes I got at my house. I started a new diet this morning, so I gotta piss like a racehorse, but halfway through my gallon already. So here we go.
What? Yeah.
What's yours? You got a good one?
Fruit. I love huckleberries.
Fair point.
I love huckleberries. He probably doesn't even know what a huckleberry is, do you?
Huckleberry. I mean,
it's like a blueberry, but way better.
It's you can't grow.
I'd like a huckleberry.
So, a huckleberry is a unique berry. It can't be farmed.
Only in Idaho, Washington, and Montana is where I know they're at. Yeah,
they're only native to high altitude mountains, and they are much like blueberries, but you got to pick them in the wild. So you got to earn them, man. And they're amazing.
It's very temperamental height wise. Where are we going?
I've just got to ask my mum what this fruit is.
Let's go. Let's meet mom, dude.
What is that fruit? You know that I like that orange one, but do you know what I'm on about? It's like a pomme something, isn't it? You know what I mean, don't you? Nah, not pomegranate. It's like do you know? It's like soft, isn't it?
Palm fruit. I gotta look it up.
The thing is, right? I'm gonna Google it and I know exactly. I picture it in my fucking mind. That's so annoying. You know what it is as well. It's like a soft fruit, like juicy. Nah.
She gave you all the same answers.
We were running through them.
A jelly palm?
Oh, mate.
Is it a jelly palm?
It looks like a fucking orange.
Is it like? It's not like this, right? Jelly palm.
I can't really see it. Nah, it's like. Nah, it's not like that.
That one?
Oh man, it's
Dude, So do you follow Instagram profiles at all? Like, do you have any favorite Instagram profiles like Hoodville, or do you have anybody interesting that you follow like culture wise?
I don't know.
Pindo?
Really. I'll be honest. I think like a lot of social media is a lot of shit. I
Sure.
try my best to keep off it if I can.
Is it a Pindo fruit? P-I-
Nah,
No?
I'm gonna
You're gonna have to
like
DM us this because we're gonna put it right onto our fucking story.
Yeah, we got to figure.
Tyler's favorite fruit that we could not think of.
Not even he could think of.
The reason why I ask if you follow anybody socially, like a particular profile, because we do, it's called Fools Gone Wild. They're kings of like LA's Chicano culture, like Mexican culture.
Right.
And they're comedians, they're musicians, they're fucking artists, they're the whole shit. But there's a whole crew of them called Fools Gone Wild. They have a particular rapper and a character called Little Mr. E. And Little
A
Miss
kumquat.
Nah, do you know what? If my mum just come in, she's like papaya, and I'm like, nah.
Okay, go on, Ty.
And Fools Gone Wild has a character called Little Mr. E, like mystery, but it's spelled like Mr. like
Lil M, like Mr. MR.
yeah, and then E. So
Right.
he's one of our favorite characters. He has a song called fucking Vitamin E, and the higher the socks, the downer the fool. Well, anyways, he's massively known, and he fucking ended up sharing our shit, and me and Levi, and we're like, dude, this fucker's awesome, dude. Like, it was a highlight because, like, he's in our eyes, he's like the king of the fucking internet, dude.
Right, yeah,
One of
that's
them.
it.
For sure.
Yeah, dude. So I wanted to shout out Fools Gone Wild. Do you have any sponsors or anybody in particular that you really want to shout out? And this time, I promise I won't interrupt you like I did last time.
Yeah, I have two really big sponsors here in England. Daniel Lawrence Plumbing and Heating. That guy is kept my career going. Without his help, when I lost my businesses and everything else, he got me over to Miami, got me training with Palomino and that. So he's really, he's a big part of my life. He's really helped me a lot. And then Lawson Civil Engineering again helped me through all the really hard times. Got me training, got my head right. Both of them have been a massive influence in my career. So I just want to thank them. They've continued support, and like I say, I just hope that this year, I can do them proud, and we can do big things together.
Are you do you want to shout out your manager team or your coaches or anything in particular? Or
yeah, Florida Yachts International, who have brought me over with my 3-year work visa. A massive blessing, like you say. A lot of hard work went into getting me over here, so big thanks to them. Luis Palomino for just the trust and the loyalty to bring me over, introduced me to his gym, to his coach Eric El Tigre Castellanos. Also the main man that I live with out in Miami as well, Rigo. Big shout out to that guy. He's really helped me a lot. He sorted me out of a car when
did you say you're living with Brito?
No, Rigo.
I was like, what?
Shout out to my best friend Rigoberto.
Rigo. Okay, yeah, Levi has a best friend named Rigo.
He's that guy's helped me out a lot. Like I say, he's let me. He's been, and just like when I got to Miami, helped me out with a lot of things. So yeah, big shout out to him. He's a good guy, really good guy.
Cool. Levi found your fruity thing.
You said it's like an orange but green, right?
Nah,
not green? Okay, then it's not a pomelo. Nope, don't know, bro. Got me.
I want to shout out a few people. I want to shout out David Feldman. Thank you for helping the boys out going down to Knucklemania 3. I want to shout out BKFC and all of the fighters that have taken their time, including Tyler tonight, that have given us all of the love. We love you guys. We love following you guys. We love working with you guys. We love supporting the sport. We love giving you guys the attention that you guys deserve, because you guys are hardworking motherfuckers that entertain us, including Tyler, who likes to do it for the fans, but he's changing his way up.
But he's doing it for himself. Damn right.
I want to thank our...
No, it really is. Tyler GoodJohn 2.0.
I want to thank our newest sponsor, Hudson Trash Removal, because they have backed us, and because of them backing us, our internet is top quality, baby.
Yeah, brr.
I also want to say we're going to start using Hudson's trash removal as a part of a series that we'll do.
And this fight and Hudson's fight trash removal. Hold on. Hudson's trash removal fighter of the week is,
That will be the new series we'll be
and
doing.
then it's somebody who just gets beat up.
We're going to make a highlight clip of someone getting ripped. So don't lose, because if you lose, you're being subjected.
Because if you haven't seen our YouTube channel, we got a bust of the week we're now starting for.
Oh, Trevor Loken. Shout out Trevor Loken for bust of the week. Yeah, that was beast. Did you watch his fight?
I didn't actually. No, I didn't, to be honest.
Fucking savage. Look him up when you have an opportunity. He's a young kid that beat what was his fucking name? I can't remember his name right now. He fought Conor McGregor before, but he just fucking wrecked
Marcus
him,
Brimage.
There we go. And wrecked him, man. It did not look fair at all. He just was a fucking savage, man. I don't think anybody expected this pretty looking young kid. He doesn't look no more than fucking 17, 18 years old.
Yeah, I think he's real age is like 19 or 20.
He's a fucking savage, dude. Bust of the week. And then Levi, go ahead and hit our main sponsors. Do you like our OG sponsors? Do you know how to do it?
You know what it is. We'll start off with 20 past 4, your one-stop vape and head shop. 4 locations, 2 in Great Falls, 1 in Helena, 1 in Billings. Stop down and see them. And Guerrilla Warfare Apparel. That's TWB10 at checkout, but they're the best gear in the fight world. Don't forget it. Join us now, because we are taking over. TWB10, Guerrilla Warfare Apparel.
That saves you 10% at your checkout. Make sure that you use that promo code
at the store.
And if you're not using, or if you're not there to shop for merch for their bust, make sure you check out their other merch, because everything helps.
Check this out.
Nice. I think we got some merch coming out with a set of tits and a dick.
You like that? That's dope.
There's a sneak peek to some possible merch drop.
I might take the wiener out, but the tits are gonna stay.
Tyler, it's always fucking a joy to have you, man. I think you are a fucking fantastic individual. You keep your fucking head up, man, because there's a lot of people, including me, that love you, dude. And I can't wait to see you fight in March. And I pity whoever the fuck it is that gets in the ring with you, man.
With Tyler GoodJohn 2.0.
Yeah.
That's what I'm gonna call him now. I haven't put that on here.
You make sure you tell your mom that we said hello as well. And thanks for letting us steal you for about an hour and a half.
I know that sleepy time tea's kicking in.
I've got to find out what fruit is now. I've got to find out what this fruit is. Man.
You got to send that fruit before you go to bed. Dude,
yeah, DM us the fruit. I have to DM you anyways, bro. Because I have something I want to share with you. And then on top of that, you make sure you go take some fucking time for you and go see Avatar. God damn it, you will have your mind blown, bro.
It is so good.
It's mind numbing. It's fucking
watch
insane,
it, dude. It's
dude.
good.
Go take your mom. Your mom will have her fucking mind blown.
What?
So
I watched the last film I watched. It's on Netflix. It's called Midnight Express. It was like made in the 70s.
Okay.
It's about a guy, an American guy, went over to Turkey and he tried to smuggle a load of hash, hash, and brought it back. And he ended up getting like 30 years in a Turkish prison.
God, could you imagine for weed?
It's a wicked film, man. It's a really good film, but it's quite an old one. And I thought,
what was it called again?
Midnight
Express. I think it's won a lot of awards and stuff like that. But it was a sick film. It was really good.
Okay,
I'll check it out, man. I'm a movie watcher. I'm like you. I consider myself a movie critic. I have to watch it with full on. Is this story worthy? I'm a cocksucker, man. I'll be judging the movie the whole time, dude.
And see, I didn't get. It's probably my fault. I was designing stuff on the iPad, but I didn't watch You People. It was there, but
You People was so good, man. You on Netflix, and the reason why it was so good because it just brings up so many raw fucking topics, from race to religion to
Eddie Murphy trying to get Jonah Hill to say those fellas in Paris.
Yeah, to just all types of shit, man. And then it really hit at home for us because the main character Jonah Hill, he quits his job. And his girlfriend's whole family is looking at him like, you fucking dirtbag, because he quit his job to start a podcast.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, I relate. I relate to that, man. But
so
yo,
like, subscribe, and comment on the Weekly Bust.
hell yeah. We went full time with the show, so everybody that understands that, give us a like, sub, and all that shit. All that shit goes miles for us. Tyler, also check out his IG. I'm sure he would love the following as well. So you guys can keep up and get updates on his fucking fight career and what's going on in his life as well.
Yeah, man.
Tyler, do you have any closing statements, bro?
No, just like thank you for having me on, guys. Always a pleasure. And yeah, hopefully I'll be back and you'll see me do my thing in March.
Yeah. Anything you want to get off your chest, let us know, man. You know, we love to have you on. So
we'll fucking put time for you, dude. Seriously, on God, we're open for you, man.
I'd say now the studio is more ready for just to show up and podcast than it ever has been. So
yeah,
we don't have to worry about people being here. It's our own internet. You know what I mean? So
yeah, for once ever, we're all good on all ends. So if you want to sneak in an interview or anything, man, we're all open all times.
Yeah, no, nice one. Thank you.
Yeah, man. Good luck on to your training. Can't wait till you come back over here and get back to work. I'm gonna be watching your training videos. I'll be sharing your shit, hyping you up for your fight. And you got a fan in us, man.
Yeah, appreciate it.
One more time for everybody.
Oh, shout out to Jamie St. Mark's, our other sponsor. She's always been down for us. I love you. Thank you for holding us down since day one.
But one more time for everybody. The best gear in the fight world, Guerrilla Warfare Apparel. TWB 10 at checkout. That gets you 10% off. Go get one of our shirts. We're going to release a new shirt because it's February. So,
and then shout out to Tyler Tornado. Good job. And thank you for joining us, brother.
Yes, sir. Thank you, bro. You have a good
Take
night.
it.
Much love, bro. Peace.
Bye-bye.